Today, the Senate Judiciary Committee is reviewing the Trump administration's crime reduction efforts in D.C. and in other democratically controlled cities.
Yeah, so we know this follows the federal surge in the district and the deployment of National Guard troops in other cities. Our Kelly Vine joins us now with a look at what was discussed today. Kelly.
Well, today the committee heard from a number of witnesses talking about President Trump's methods for crime reduction. Some people say that the federalization of D.C. police and the deployment of the National Guard is working. Others say it's simply a Band-Aid for problems that need long-term solutions.
Murder in D.C. is treated as a joke when it comes time to justice.
Felicia Cook spoke to the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee about her 22-year-old grandson who was shot and killed in D.C. in 2017.
He shot my grandson in cold blood 7 times. And they didn't consider that as first-degree murder.
She says D.C. needs harsher punishments for criminals and feels safer since President Trump's crackdown on crime in the city.
I'm here to talk with you about appropriate uses of the National Guard.
William Enyart is a retired Major General. He says sending in the National Guard is not the way to lower crime rates, and their deployment in D.C. and other cities comes at a high cost to taxpayers.
The number I've heard for Los Angeles is $120 million for 4,000 guardsmen for 60 days. That's a high price tag for a stopgap measure. How many police officers could have been hired, trained, and put on the streets for $120 million?
The chairman of the D.C. Police Union, Gregory Pemberton, says if the city wants less crime, D.C. lawmakers must invest in D.C. police.
The solution is not federalizing local police, it's restoring staffing, repealing failed laws, and giving officers the support they need to succeed.
Pemberton says in 2020, D.C. police had 3,798 members. Today, it's under 3,200.
The lowest in half a century, leaving us with more than 800 vacancies for the position of sworn officer.
The district is taking steps to increase the number of officers, including a new labor agreement that offers a 13% pay raise and a $25,000 hiring bonus. Meanwhile, Greg Jackson, the former deputy director of the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention, says the cuts to mental health resources, gun violence research, and funding cuts to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives will hurt communities.
We've seen 2/3 of even the inspectors that inspect gun stores being cut. And we know that the only entity we have that can keep guns out of our communities right now is the ATF, and it's directly under attack by this administration.
Now, a lot of the discussion today amongst the senators was actually about how much of the crime debate is now about politics. Many of them were saying that the committee used to be able to work better together to come to bipartisan solutions to reduce crime. They were saying that now it's mostly become Democrats and Republicans blaming each other's policies for crime and violence.
Yeah, and hopefully we can have more D.C. residents be part of this discussion as well.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. All right, Kelly,
All right.
Thank you.